Hi, Carrie. This is Wendy Nixon, and I wanted to respond to your post. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed it. The statement that stood out to me first was, he grew to enjoy everything about the fish, including the things such as the smell that he disliked in the beginning. And I also like your follow-up statement to that about basically to the effect of, what was boring is now one of the most rewarding. So to me, this just speaks of the immersion quality of the story about the fish and the intensity of the study. So as I considered that, I thought to compare the story to ethnography. So, however, as you know, I've been reading some of the other posts from our other classmates and just thinking about your post specifically made me think about a more general process and inductive study, which underlies a lot of qualitative research. Knowing your subject and data inherently would just, of course, be very beneficial to doing an effective study. For example, I guess in the fish story, the student could draw the fish from memory. So, that's knowing your subject very well. So as I looked and studied about the inductive process, Matthew DiCarlo's book, Scientific Inquiry and Social Work, talked about, starting with your data, of course, and I know we discussed that in our collaborate also, and then stepping back to get a bird's eye view, which I, thought was an interesting way to think about that. However, he kind of described it as taking a break from collecting data, and obviously there would be a point where that would be necessary, but I personally think that would be enjoyable, the learning, the knowing, that I would really enjoy that. So also in some of the looking and searching, I did see a few research articles, interestingly enough, that talked about the possibility of using a general inductive study process rather than choosing a framework, and that there may be times when this would be beneficial. So, I think I'm going to look and search and study that a little bit more for myself. And finally, I'm just really reminded in thinking about the inductive study process and the process of knowing about Bloom's taxonomy that Dr. Topovan discussed in our first collaborate, about becoming a scholar to remember, understand, apply, analyze, evaluate, and create. So this internalization and then application of what's being studied, of course, starts with the foundation of knowing your subject, but then really being able to internalize that and use it and apply it. And I see that as a very valuable process. So again, I just really enjoy the process of knowing a subject, or even in counseling, knowing my clients and how to help them, and understanding their perspective. So that's just one of the things I enjoy. Thank you so much for your post. Bless you.